Every morning, billions of people wake up and begin their daily routines. We chase dreams, build relationships, and pursue achievements. But beneath all of this lies an uncomfortable truth that most of us try to ignore: our mortality. Today, we're diving deep into one of humanity's oldest questions. Why do we fear death? And perhaps more importantly, should we? Why we fear death. Let's start with a paradox that the ancient Greek philosopher Epicurus posed over 2,000 years ago. He said, "Death is nothing to us, since when we are, death is not come, and when death is come, we are not." Think about that for a moment. You'll never actually experience death. When you're alive, you're not dead, and when you're dead, you won't experience anything at all. So why does this non-experience terrify us so much? Throughout history, every culture has developed its own ways of dealing with death. From the elaborate tombs of ancient Egypt to the Day of the Dead celebrations in Mexico, humans have always tried to make sense of our finite existence. But here's where it gets interesting. Modern philosophers suggest that our fear of death isn't really about death itself. It's about life. There are four main reasons why we fear death. Number one, the fear of the unknown. We can't truly know what happens after death. This uncertainty breeds anxiety. Number two, the fear of non-existence. Our consciousness is all we've ever known. The idea of it ending is incomprehensible to us. Number three, the fear of unfulfilled potential. What about all our unfinished projects? The relationships we'll leave behind? The experiences we'll never have? Number four, the fear of suffering. Not just physical pain, but the emotional suffering of leaving loved ones behind. But here's where we need to pause and ask, is this fear actually serving us, or is it preventing us from truly living? The Stoic philosophers like Marcus Aurelius argued that accepting our mortality is the key to living a meaningful life. He wrote, "You could leave life right now. Let that determine what you do and say and think." This brings us to a powerful realization. Perhaps we shouldn't fear death at all. Instead, we should use our awareness of it to live more fully. Consider this. What if our fear of death is actually a reminder to tell people we love them while we can, pursue our passions without delay, make peace with our past, live authentically in the present? But here's the most profound truth. Our mortality gives life its meaning. Without an end, would anything really matter? Would our choices have any significance? Think of life like an hourglass. The sand running out isn't a tragedy. It's what makes each grain valuable. Each moment matters precisely because it won't last forever. So, perhaps the question isn't, why should we fear death? But rather, how can we use our awareness of death to live better lives? What do you think? How has your perspective on death shaped the way you live? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and if you found this exploration meaningful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more philosophical journeys.